The number one complaint right now is the cost of living. But what's wild is watching the people who voted for economic chaos suddenly act shocked that their lives are chaotic. They wanted a wrecking ball to the system, and now they're standing in the rubble of their own bank accounts wondering why they can't afford gas and groceries. Today, we're diving into that moment of painful realization. Welcome back to Mind Mirror. Let's get into it.
We're paying the price for something that kind of has nothing to do with us. Skyrocketed prices, harder for people to travel back and forth to work. Even though our economy is really messed up, everything really went up. Grocery prices are going up. It's really getting hard to live here in the U.S., especially with this war going on.
It's costing $100 to fill up a tank that was just costing me like $50. You're already in a recession, so gas at $5.49, $25 not even giving me a fourth of a tank.
He promised a lot of things to get into office, and then it's everything that he promised is like the exact opposite. I mean, gas prices, honestly, I think this is the highest it's been. It's scary because I don't think it's going to stop increasing anytime soon. I mean, he promised no more wars, right? I mean, that was one of his biggest things when he was running in his campaign, and that's exactly what we're doing now. So,
and who's paying for it?
Obviously the American people, so.
Why is it $6? The only time I've seen $6 for gas was in LA. Why are we paying the same amount of money that people are paying in California? I don't make that much money. Come on.
Do you regret your vote right now?
Listen to her. That's the sound of reality hitting. She's connecting the dots between the promises made and the price at the pump. But you've got guys out there who hear this and their first instinct is to defend the politician, not the person struggling right next to them. Let's be clear, fellas. A leader who's never had to choose between a full tank of gas and a decent meal doesn't understand this pain. His policies are designed for his circle, not for your household budget. Your job isn't to be a loyal foot soldier for a billionaire's brand. It's to critically assess if his actions are actually putting more money in your pocket or taking it out. The receipt doesn't lie.
Well, between him and her, I thought he was the better choice, but honestly, I miss my Uncle Joe. I was a nobody, and I was balling then. Now, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even show you $5 in my pocket.
We spoke to Trump voters here in Florida who are ticked off about the fact that the gas prices in the state have gone up by an average of about 60 cents within just a week.
I would just wish he'd keep up on his campaign promise and say he was going to put it under $3. He'd end that war so fast.
This dude is going through the 5 stages of political grief right now, and he's stuck on denial and anger. He genuinely believed the slogan, he bought the hat, and now he's feeling the sting of betrayal. To the bros still waving the flag for this, let's talk about vetting. You wouldn't hire a guy with a history of screwing people over to build your house. So why would you trust him to build your economy? A man's primary duty is to be a protector and provider, and that starts with being a discerning thinker. You have to look past the loud rallies and the slick promises and analyze the man's character, because a person's past actions are the only reliable predictor of their future behavior.
But here it is, 5 years later, helping his buddy out get his more money. And then never mind charging us Americans all sorts of money for fuel that you just stole from Venezuela.
And those gas prices are getting higher because of volatile oil prices due to the war in Iran, a war that these Trump voters tell us they hope wraps up quickly.
If I could, speak to the president, I'd just encourage him to finish up this war and get us back to a safe world.
He's saying about for our safety, leave somebody alone, they won't bother you.
Hopefully this conflict over there will end, it's just unfortunate.
The overall vibe here at the gas pump amongst these Trump voters is they feel like the economy is not going well right now.
At the moment, I'm really out of work.
My hope is that it's temporary and it doesn't last for too long and oil prices come back down. That's my hope.
Do you regret your vote right now?
Well, between him and her, I thought he was the better choice, but honestly, I miss my Uncle Joe. I was a nobody, and I was balling then. Now, I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even show you $5 in my pocket.
We spoke to Trump voters here in Florida who are ticked off about the fact that the gas prices in the state have gone up by an average of about 60 cents within just a week.
I would just wish he'd keep up on his campaign promise and say he was going to put it under $3. He'd end that war so fast. But here it is, 5 years later, helping his buddy out get his more money. And then never mind charging us Americans all sorts of money for fuel that you just stole from Venezuela.
And those gas prices are getting higher because of volatile oil prices due to the war in Iran, a war that these Trump voters tell us they hope wraps up quickly.
If I could, speak to the president, I'd just encourage him to finish up this war and get us back to a safe world.
He's saying about for our safety, leave somebody alone, they won't bother you.
Hopefully this conflict over there will end, it's just unfortunate.
The overall vibe here at the gas pump amongst these Trump voters is they feel like the economy is not going well right now.
At the moment, I'm really out of work.
My hope is that it's temporary and it doesn't last for too long, that oil prices come back down. That's my hope.
All right, Trumpers, come and get me. You will not believe what happened to me today. You want to know? So I'm in the great state of North Carolina. North Carolina is a swing state, by the way, folks, just in case you wondered. And I'm behind this guy, and I'm going to get gas. I'm behind this dude. He says Trump 2024 on the back of his Tahoe. His older truck, older Tahoe. Pulls into the gas station with me. I put my little card in, and I'm getting gas. Well, he's over here telling somebody, I don't know who the fuck, but maybe he's on the phone, how terrible the gas prices are. That costs so damn much to fill this Yukon up or whatever. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you voted for this guy. I'm pretty sure that you're the one that put this motherfucker in office for your gas price.
Okay, this guy is fed up, and he's not wrong for calling out the hypocrisy. It's the political equivalent of complaining about a hangover after you chugged a bottle of tequila. What did you think was going to happen? To all the dudes getting defensive right now, this is a moment for self-reflection, not deflection. You can't vote for a bowl in a china shop and then get mad when your dishes are broken. Accountability is a cornerstone of masculinity. You own your choices, the good and the bad. So own this one, learn from the consequences, and maybe next time, don't give the matches to the guy who loves watching things burn.
You Trumpers are fucking hypocrites. I'm gonna call it like it fucking is. You're a hypocrite. You bitch about the gas prices, you voted him in. You bitch at the store, you voted him in. You bitch about the rent, you voted him in. You bitch at the interest rates, you voted him in. What the fuck were you thinking? Let me know, please. Thank you.
These rural Americans in this clip voted for Donald Trump, and now they cannot afford to eat. He promised he was going to make these people's lives better and fix all of the problems they are facing. However, he has done the exact opposite. Everything has gotten worse.
How big of a problem hunger is in rural America? Spend time at a mobile food bank.
It's 90% of what I consume. And I don't keep the car running. I can't afford the gas, so I have sleeping bags to stay warm.
I still feel bad that I have to come up here and sit on a line, to get food. It's embarrassing as hell.
While Americans are struggling to afford gas, food, and rent, Trump has found time to do just about everything else except for his job, including giving $40 billion to Argentina. He's also found the time to demand $230 million in taxpayer money for himself. And of course, he's got plenty of time to destroy the entire east wing of the White House and replace it with a ballroom that's modeled after one of Putin's palaces. But he can't find the time or compassion to reopen the government or extend ACA tax credits that many of his rural supporters rely on to survive. This is what happens when leadership becomes a vanity project. Trump isn't governing, he is indulging himself. He's treating the presidency like a personal empire with luxury renovations and giving foreign strongmen billions of dollars. Meanwhile, his very own supporters are standing in food lines saying they can't afford gas.
His very own supporters are standing in food lines. That single sentence says it all. They were promised greatness and are being handed government cheese, all while the guy they worship is giving billions to foreign countries and using taxpayer money for luxury renovations. This isn't just bad policy, it's a profound disrespect for the very people who gave him power. For the guys who still see him as some kind of folk hero, I have a serious question. What is your breaking point? Is it when your savings are gone, when your kid asks why you can't afford a treat? Your loyalty is a powerful thing. Don't waste it on someone who sees you as nothing more than a vote and a source of revenue for his friends. True leadership lifts people up. It doesn't leave them in line for a box of food
or groceries. It's not like he doesn't have the time or resources to fix this stuff. It's that he simply doesn't want to or care.
I voted for Donald Trump because I want my grocery prices to be lower, gas to be cheaper, and also for my taxes to go down. Okay, Lib? You should not turn on the news. Why is that? Oh, turns out Uncle Donnie says you can't lower grocery prices, and he said he was just fucking lying to you guys. Well, the tariffs are going to make other countries pay more, so things will be cheaper. No, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. Actually, at all. Well, it ultimately doesn't matter because my taxes will be lower and I will be able to afford more expensive things, the finer things. Oh, do I have some bad news for you, dude? Unless you are making over $360,000 American, your taxes, brothers and sisters, are going up. At least
And there's the punchline, the big tax cut. wasn't for you. It was for the guys who fly private, the ones who own the companies, the ones who fund the campaigns. You thought the billionaire was on your team, but he was just using your back as a stepping stool to help his friends climb higher. This is basic financial mechanics, men. Stop listening to the sound bites and start reading the fine print. When they say tax cut, you need to ask for hoo-hoo. Because a corporate tax cut doesn't magically appear in your paycheck. It gets absorbed by shareholders and CEOs. Your financial education is your best defense against being played like a fiddle.
He's going to stick to his guns and deport a bunch of those people. That means more jobs for us. Hey, oh, God damn it. God damn it. This skit brought to you by the crushing realization that the lying liar who is known to lie lied to you and you accidentally voted in fascism because of it. Whoops-a-daisy.
The whoopsie-daisy is the perfect summary for this level of buyer's remorse. It's the dawning, crushing realization that the guy known for lying lied to you, and the consequences are devastating, fellas. Here's a life lesson that will save you a lot of grief. If a person's entire brand is built on deception, on lawsuits, on breaking promises, don't be the sucker who thinks, but he'll be honest with me. He won't. You are not the exception. You are the target. Due diligence is not optional.
Easy. I voted for Donald Trump because I want my grocery prices to be lower, gas to be cheaper, and also for my taxes to go down. Okay, Lib? You should not turn on the news. Why is that? Oh, turns out Uncle Donnie says you can't lower grocery prices, and he said he was just fucking lying to you guys. Well, the tariffs are going to make other countries pay more, so things will be cheaper. No, I'm pretty sure that's not how that works, actually, at all. Well, it ultimately doesn't matter because my taxes will be lower, and I will be able to afford more expensive things, the finer things. Oh, do I have some bad news for you, dude? Unless you are making over $360,000 American, your taxes, brothers and sisters, are going up. At least he's going to stick to his guns and deport a bunch of those people. That means more jobs for us. Hey, oh, God damn it. God damn it. This skit brought to you by the crushing realization that the lying liar who is known to lie lied to you and you accidentally voted in fascism because of it. Whoops-a-daisy.
Watch this huge MAGA fan realize over time that Donald Trump's big ugly bill actually hurts him and his family. This was him before the bill got signed into law.
I bet y'all don't think Donald Trump's a liar now. No taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security passed the House today with flying colors in effect after December 31st, 2025. And y'all said he wouldn't do it, but he did the shit in 5 months.
But after he actually read the bill and realized that Donald Trump is not only breaking a bunch of his promises, but hurting the American people as well, his tune changed a little bit. Take a look at him now.
You know why we voted for Donald Trump? Because the middle-class man finally thought he was going to get ahead in life. You said no taxes on overtime. Big, bold, beautiful letters. We thought, hell yeah, why would we not vote for that? Then you turn around and pass the bill and it's a crock of shit. It's a tax credit for the people that make a certain amount of money. Of course, when you put it in big, bold, beautiful letters, it looks great. We're going to vote for you. And you knew what you were doing. You were.
You want to see what 3.5 hours worth of work in Trump's America looks like? Let me show you. Family of 3 fucking steaks, 3.5 hours worth of work. In normal America, this would buy a lot more groceries, but in Trump's America, it buys 3 steaks for dinner. We deserve steak.
That's the most heartbreaking line in this whole video. We deserve a steak for dinner. He says it with this mix of defiance and exhaustion, like he's fighting for a basic human dignity that he feels slipping away. In a thriving economy, steak is dinner. It's not a once-in-a-while treat that costs 3.5 hours of your life's work. When a society gets to the point where people are celebrating basic protein like it's a winning lottery ticket, the system is fundamentally broken. To the guys who voted for this, you have to understand, you weren't fighting for steak, you were tricked into fighting for the scraps from the table. You deserve a life where prosperity is the norm, not a rare luxury.
For dinner, every once in a while. This is not a normal situation. We do it as a treat for ourselves every once in a while, but we fucking deserve it.
Can you see me? Hold on, let me. Can you hear me or see me? Can you hear and see me? Or see me and hear me?
Yeah.
Testing.
Hello? Can you see me?
Oh, good. You can hear me and see me. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks so much.
So, it's nice to meet you finally. We've been emailing, I know.
See, I told you, Democrats. Donald Trump just said that he got the grocery prices down across all the United States by 80%.
He
said he did that.
80%? That's amazing. What stores? Because I just went to the store. The eggs are still $8. Milk is still
$5. Where are the prices going down 80%? Oh, what That's amazing. stores? Where's the store? I don't really know any stores specifically. No one near me actually either. But he did say they're going down 80%. The store. How do I take advantage of the low prices? Well, yeah, and that is tricky. But I mean, Trump did. He said I pulled the switch and I brought prices down to 80% like I promised, and now they're cheap. But I mean, I don't know where they are either. But he said. I mean, Trump said. I mean, if you're not seeing the prices going down, how will the prices actually? Just because he's saying the prices went down 80%. Doesn't actually mean the prices went. You have to actually see the prices going down when you go shopping. You do. That's ideally yes, but what I like to do is I just pretend that the prices went down. I pretend that it's not as expensive. That means
The skit is funny because it's true. I just pretend the price went down. That is the psychological coping mechanism of someone who knows they made a bad bet but can't admit it. It's a deliberate delusion, and guys, you have to fight that impulse in yourselves. Reality is undefeated. You can't pretend a bill away. You can't believe your way into a full gas tank. Facing the hard truth that your choice made your life harder is painful, but it's the only path to making a better choice next time. Pretending is a dead end.
prices didn't go down. If you're just pretending they didn't.
Grocery prices are about to go up again, and it's 100% Donald Trump's fault. With Trump's 25% tariff set to go into place today, you're going to see prices go up on a lot of different things, but groceries are going to be very noticeable. Mexico and Canada are our top two importers for agricultural goods, accounting for 42% of agricultural imports. Consider the size of that for a second. 42% of imports of agricultural goods for 350 million people. So what exactly does that cover? Oh, you know, things we don't need, like fruit or vegetables or grains, you know, nothing important. And livestock and meats and sugar and all kinds of products that we spend billions of dollars importing every year. If someone tells you that this is not a big deal, this is a big deal, and you will feel it. Trump has been fucking around with this idea for a long time, and he is about to find out. Very quickly, he will remember that the American people largely voted for him to lower prices, and when he does something that aggressively does the opposite thing, he is going to find out what a mistake that is.
Doing really well.
Can I ask you, Mr. President, on that point, though, when the stock market is doing well, that doesn't affect everybody. Not everybody's invested in the stock market. For people that don't have 401ks or are not invested in the stock market, but they've seen their grocery prices go up, inflation.
No, you're wrong. They went up under Biden. Right now, they're going down.
Trump is still talking about Biden, but Biden hasn't been president for 10 months.
Yeah. Grocery costs are going up. Your utility bills are going up. Your healthcare costs are going up. And here's Donald Trump, who said he was going to lower costs on day one. And in fact, the opposite is happening.
They tell you what they want you to hear, but not what's actually happening.
That's right. Well, we're here to say what's really going on and to fight for people.
I struggle every day, and now I'm taking care of my mom who's older, being denied simple things like breathing meds. So gas, what are you going to do? So I don't eat this week because I have to take mom to the doctors tomorrow.
If you could pick one word to describe the economy, your economic situation right now under these conditions, one word to describe that.
Desolate.
Desolate. This is a word that heavy to describe economic situation. You need to stop and listen. That's not political spin. That's raw, human despair. And the knee-jerk reaction from so many guys will be to get defensive, to protect their political team. But that's a failure of character. A real man's first instinct should be empathy. Your strength isn't measured by how fiercely you defend a politician. It's measured by your compassion for those who are struggling. Ask yourself, is your identity so wrapped up in a political figure that you'd rather see your neighbor feel desolate than admit you were wrong? That's not strength. That's weakness.
Americans voted for Trump. You're finally getting the recession that you voted for. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you to all get exactly what you voted for. If you didn't vote for Trump, I mean, I'm so sorry this is happening, genuinely. But if you voted for Trump, you must be thrilled today. You must be thrilled. I mean, egg prices are not down yet. Grocery bills aren't down yet. You are losing your Social Security. You're losing any kind of support you have from the government. But the recession's coming, and you guys are going to crumble. Not only your own economy, the worst out of everyone's, but also the world's economy. How exciting is that for you? You're also losing allies left, right, and center. Isn't that so thrilling? I'm really glad that you were so racist and transphobic and misogynistic and quite frankly insecure and sad in your own little lives. You have to take your hate out on other people and you caused a recession for yourself. Happy for you.
We are
a year into Trump's presidency, almost, and the economy hasn't gotten any better. People are still living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of people are losing their jobs, and it's only getting worse. And so even that excuse, I think the average woman would understand why you voted for Trump if you were broke when Biden was in power and then Trump gets elected and now you're a fucking millionaire. I think there would be more women being willing to hear that argument out, because who doesn't like having bread, right? Who doesn't like having a ton of money? But you can't even use that excuse because he's not doing anything to remedy any of the financial situations, man. Shit is still so hard financially for the grand majority of people.
When it's all said and done, your wallet doesn't have a political party. Your grocery bill doesn't care who you voted for. The numbers are the numbers, and for too many people, they're just not adding up. Maybe it's time to stop rooting for a politician like a sports team and start looking at the scoreboard of your own life. It's time to ask who is really fighting for your financial stability, because it's clearly not the people making promises they have no intention of keeping. What's the one thing you've had to cut back on that really made you feel the economic pinch? Let me know in the comments. Share, subscribe.